growing up, it was just my mom and my brother and I, and we lived with my grandma, and my mom just like took care of her and stuff. I didn't have a dad at the time, and my mom always provided everything for us.
So tell us about your mom.
My mom was the best mom ever. My senior year of high school, in 2015, she found out that she was diagnosed with esophageal cancer, and that was a pretty hard time for our family. During that time, I was still in high school, so I of course turned to my best friend Frankie, Lamar, and her family, and I literally was with them every day. Like, I didn't even want to go home at that time because I didn't want to be with my mom because I didn't want to see her sick, and I was always with them.
So how did the support get you to where you are today?
Being away from her during that time, I was thankful because it provided a chance for me to kind of collect myself, and her family provided a lot of love and support for me, and just like, were telling me, don't worry, like, things are going to be okay, because they had recently lost a loved one, and like, they knew the process. Now I'm more of an adult because I had to grow up a lot quicker than most kids would at the age of 17. And I went and I got a job that helps kids because I love them, and like, my mom always told me that I was meant to work with kids because they are something I'm very passionate about. Like I said, I work with kids, and I do work at Ecology Academy with the youth shelter. And the youth shelter is for kids that don't have families, or their families are going through hard times, like their parents are addicts and they got removed from the home. So of course they are feeling alone, like they don't have anyone, and it's hard to say to someone, I get you, whenever like no one actually gets them completely. But not having a mom and losing my closest parent that was always there for me is hard, and so I can kind of relate to them. Like I said, whenever I was in high school is when my mom got diagnosed with cancer, and I was already a really active kid, but I became more active. I really excelled in my sports, especially because I knew that we couldn't afford for me to go to college without getting a scholarship of some sort. And at that time, I had a scholarship to the University of Kansas to do track. So I really put all of my frustration and anger out into working out to get to the best of my ability.
Are you still involved?
I am not involved in track or anything like that. I actually turned down the scholarship to KU because my mother was so sick, and I didn't think that I could be away from her, especially because my brother had just moved to Ohio and I was the only one here for her. So I came to Northwest and decided just not to do track, and I was just there for her and just helped her out. During this time, I continued to cling to my family because I realized what we had coming up and that it was going to be a really hard road to go down. But I also come to my friends a lot, and it was just really hard. I had coaches and I had friends reach out to me, and just people in the community. They were continuously there for me, as well as my family. Yeah, I actually just got hired in March of 2018 at the Academy, and at that time my mom had been diagnosed with having a brain tumor right before Easter, and I had told my bosses that what was going on with my family and that I needed the time off, and they refused to give it to me. because I hadn't been there long enough to request a holiday off. And I told them that I wasn't coming into work because I knew that it was going to be the last holiday I spent with my mom. And they told me that I was going to get fired from it, or I'd have to switch to night shifts or whatever the case may be. And I told them that my family was more important, so I didn't go to work on Easter. And that night we ended up taking my mom to the hospital because she was sick. For sure, I had to grow up and become an adult very quick. After my mom passed, I had to figure out bills and insurance and things I never thought I would have to think about until later in life because my mom would help me. I definitely had to buckle down and work more to make sure that all of my stuff was paid for. So that meant like no going out, no going to the bars, buying whatever. Like I had to really like buckle down and get my priorities straight. Thinking about my future, it excites me because I know that no matter what happens in life, I'll be okay because my mother did a great job raising my brother and I by herself. And I know exactly the tools that I need, like if that were the case, I'd be by myself. But also like with marriage, my mom was very big on like loving, and she definitely taught us how to love each other. And the children aspect has me excited because my mom, I think, did a great job raising my brother and I and teaching us values. I realized that even more this time, I realized that everything happens for a reason, and